My process, and I think the process for most people who want to create a faceless video, is starting with the voiceover, which to get there, we got to start a little bit sooner at the script. And to get there, we got to start a little bit earlier at what is the script going to be about? So we need a topic. A couple years ago, finding topics for a video was a whole thing. But now between ChatGPT and tools like vidIQ, there's no reason not to have a video idea. It is just so simple. So vidIQ gives you daily ideas of video topics with titles and everything. Whatever plan you're on, you get a few new ones every day. So I have no shortage of video ideas just coming from vidIQ. But if you're not using vidIQ, which I'll leave a link in the description, try it out for free, see if you like it. ChatGPT is an excellent place to go get video ideas. Now you're going to want to explain to it what your channel's about or what your overall category is or something like that so that it can sort of focus in on what would be a good fit for your channel. But something as simple as give me 20 ideas for video topics. My channel is about underwater basket weaving conducted in freshwater lakes in the Midwest of the United States. My audience is families and senior citizens, and you'll see it'll come up with some very interesting topics and titles for you. We're not going to go through all that in this video. Where I am starting is that I have taken my topic and now I need a script because we got to read something in this voiceover. If we're doing a faceless video, that's what we're going to have. We're going to have the narration or the voiceover. So the way I approach this is I went to ChatGPT and told it what I wanted. I had an idea of how long I wanted the script to be. ChatGPT isn't so good with time lengths or anything like that. I understand that it's better with, if you can tell it a number of paragraphs. So I've been trying that lately. So I asked it to write me a video script, and I specifically said, don't include the direction, just the words that will be spoken by the video host, because if you don't, it will give you very helpful and creative directions. I don't know what those things are called specifically because I'm not like a playwright or a director or any of that jazz. I'm just a regular guy. But if you ask ChatGPT for a script, it'll have both the narration, it'll put that in quotes, and then it'll have directions like before and after that of what scenes it thinks you should include and which way you should transition and maybe the way the host is moving around or looking at the camera or whatever. And I'm not really into all that stuff. I just need a script. So that's why I tell it specifically not to do that. And I asked it for a script about interesting facts about cats. And then I also told it include at least one fact about cat psychology. And the reason I did that is because I didn't just want to come up with cats have 3 eyelids, and I didn't want just the biological anatomical stuff. Now listen, when you're talking to any of these GPT deals, these bots, you got to be specific and tell it what you want. So then what ChatGPT came up with is this script right here, and it's pretty good. It's a little too wordy for me. I don't like the extra stuff in here. So what I'm going to do is just copy this and paste it over into Notepad, just a real simple text editor, because I don't need to do anything fancy here. I just want to kind of get rid of some stuff that I don't need. So let's get rid of this whole welcome sentence. We don't need that in there. This is like an extra sentence that's going to tell me what it's going to tell me. We'll get rid of that. Let's see. Yeah, that's a little fluff. Let's get rid of that. We can go with that. I'm not sure how to make this shorter without losing anything we need, but I do want to take out this word owner. So let's change it. Pet parent. No, human parent. That's better. Okay, we'll go with that. All right, cool. Once you've got your script, you got a couple of options. Either you can record it yourself, and you can do that with a cheap microphone hooked up to your computer. And believe me, the main difference in getting good audio quality is not so much about whether you have a $40 microphone or a $4,000 microphone. It's about the simple physical things about keeping your mouth close to the microphone, making sure you've got your gain set right if it has a gain adjustment, and all those kinds of basic things. Speaking into the right end of the microphone versus talking into the side of it when the capsule's in the end. There have been plenty of very successful YouTube videos, again, recorded on smartphones. And if your audio quality isn't that great, I use Descript. It's a little studio sound, one click, cleans things up really nice for me, but there are others out there. I know there's other audio magic buttons in different programs and softwares and whatnot. You can really make okay audio, cell phone audio, sound really freaking good. Now, maybe you're in a situation where there just literally is no place that you can record it yourself, or like me, you get pretty frustrated when you mess up a word and have to do a retake and a retake.
Do it live! live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
A couple things you can do to avoid that, and I've done both of these. You can hire a voiceover artist, maybe on Fiverr or Upwork or something like that. You can send them your script and tell them how you want it to be read, and they'll read it for you. The price of that's going to add up, and I don't really do that anymore because between my own recording and using AI generated voices and voice cloning of my own voice, it just is an unnecessary step. I can do it with AI in seconds versus waiting a couple days, and I can do it for a fraction of the price with AI if I don't want to just record something myself. So what we're going to do here is we're going to use PlayHT. My favorite text-to-speech tools are ElevenLabs and PlayHT. I've been playing, no pun intended, with PlayHT a little bit more lately. It breaks things up into lines and paragraphs. You can have multiple speakers in there. You can adjust the speed of the voice. You can easily change the emotion. It's just some pretty cool stuff. So I've been tinkering with this, and I'm liking it pretty well. So I'm going to paste in what I just edited in the text document. It split it up into the 3 paragraphs that we already had, which is cool. And I've got the speaker Ayla set on that. I'm not going to do anything as far as the adjusting of the speed or the emotion or any of the other things. I'm not going to make any adjustments to it. I'm just going to put it in and take what we get. We'll hit generate and generate and generate so that all 3 of those can go ahead and do their thing. All right, so let's play this, make sure it sounds okay.
Cats have been companions to humans for thousands of years, yet they never cease to amaze us with their behaviors and abilities. Did you know that cats have a...
Yep, I'm good with that. All right, download that paragraph, play that one. At least let's play this one.
But cats aren't just vocal geniuses. They're also equipped with incredible physical...
Yep, sounds good. Get that one downloaded. All right, last one, play it.
Now let's delve into the fascinating world of cat psychology. Cats are...
Yep, sounds good to me. Let's download that one. So we've gotten our script, we've turned it into a voiceover, and now we have our voiceover, which I probably should have done in one single file, but I exported as 3 separate ones. So I'll show you kind of some bumps that come along with making that decision here in a minute. We need to take the voiceover that we have and we need to put visuals with it. We need some place that we can go make this assembly happen. In this case, I'm going to use Descript. In Descript, I have a new video project. I'm going to come up here to files and I'm just going to drag in those 3 files that we created in PlayHT. Okay, and those files are processing. They came in out of order. That's fun. All right, let's rearrange those. I'll have myself all confused. And then I want to insert those into the script. It's popping up and it's asking me here while it's doing the transcription because I have it set to automatically transcribe when I move it into the script. So it's taking the file, the voiceover files that we created in PlayHT, it's taking those and transcribing them, putting the words over on the left-hand side of the screen, and the video will be that we create will be here in the right box, and then down at the bottom is the timeline. But right now it's just transcribing the file, and it wants to know how many speakers there are, and if it's one speaker, it'll ask you for a name. In this case, we know it's one speaker, and we know the name is Ayla. And I go ahead and label the speakers by whatever name it was in the AI voice generator software that I used. That way, if I want to use that voice again, I can always track it back. All right, so I tell it that there's one speaker, it's Ayla, and done. And now I have to add these other 2, again, because I exported as 3 separate files. So we'll tell it it's Ayla and go, and insert here, and one speaker, Ayla, and go. The transcriptions, they came in out of order. It created each one of these paragraphs as a separate scene, which is pretty cool. You can see in that scene thing over on the left, we have scenes 1, 2, and 3. And so to move them around, it's pretty easy. We can just drag them. So not a big deal. Drag them around. And now the next thing that I want to do here is I want to split this up a lot more than just those 3 paragraphs or 3 scenes. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to put a / everywhere I want the scene to change, everywhere I want the visual to change. So that'll create a new scene in Descript, and you'll see that by these little scene thingies over on the left. And that's going to make it super easy when I insert the video or the audio. I'm not going to have to change the length of anything or make it longer or shorter or anything like that. Everything I import is just going to go poof right onto that identified scene, and I'll have my visual for it. So let's do that. All right, I'm going to do this in super speed so you don't get bored. Okay, so I split that up into, looks like about 14 different scenes. I basically went like one sentence at a time. Sometimes in long sentences, I split it in the middle of the sentence. If there was a comma or like different phrases or whatever, we can always change it later. But for now, I think this is going to work just fine. Okay, so now we need to get some imagery. We need to get something to look at, something for the eyes here. So I'm just going to click on this scene 1 up here, and then I'm going to go to Files, and I'm going to go to Video, type in cat, and holy crap, we got tons of cute cats here. So I will click one, and boom, there he is on that scene. You can see him both in the preview window there, and you can see down in the timeline his little thumbnail above there showing that he's in that first scene and nowhere else. Second one, go pick another one. Another one. All right, I'm going to go in super speed again to assign all these clips. You see how it's working. Okay, last clip. Oh, great. Isn't this fun? All right, look, I think most people would probably cut this part out because A, they wouldn't want to bore you, or B, they wouldn't want to show like one of the fun things that happens when you're using any of this kind of software. Look, I don't know if this is Descript or if it's my computer. It happens once in a while. I do know that the more you're in the stock media in Descript, like it doesn't seem like the more you use necessarily, but the more you scroll through the stock media, especially videos, the bigger files, it gets a little overwhelmed. So I think it probably is a Descript thing, but it's not the end of the world. I'm not bummed about this, and you'll see why here. I haven't lost anything. I know it looks like over there on the left, all my scenes have been wiped out, but they have not. I promise you the images we already picked are still there. I'll add this last one just because I'm in there already. We'll go ahead and restart Descript. That way we can see what we're doing. All right, close a few things down, open in Descript again. Ooh, that timeline's big. Let's drag that down a little bit. Okay, see what we've got here. The next thing I want to do is I'm going to add those captions. Again, we're talking about the video part here. So that can be the stock video, the stock images, that can be graphics, captions, whatever, anything that's going to be for your eyes. So we'll do captions here. And so to do that, I go over to this templates button in Descript. I'm in the gallery and I just pick captions, and we have a bunch to pick through here. I like this one. I'm going to go with outline yellow. So I'll hit play and show you what that does.
Cats have been companions to humans for thousands of years, yet they never see.
So there it's pretty much white text, and whatever word's being spoken turns yellow. Pretty cool, huh? And that was pretty simple. It drives me absolutely crazy when captions are wonky. So for whatever reason, I have a capital C, capital A in cats. We're going to fix that. And to fix that, I'm just going to click on the word, hit the letter C on my keyboard, and then correct that and click correct. I'm going to come down here to this next one that's wonky, correct on it. There we go.
Cats have been companions to humans for thousands of years.
All right, that's looking better. I only have my captions on that very first scene, and I want them across all the scenes, but I don't want to recreate them. So I'll come down here to the timeline, I'll click, and I will drag, and now my captions are going to be across all of it. And I got this little extra guy down here in my timeline. I don't know what that is, so let's get rid of that. Gone, it shouldn't be there. Okay, captions are cool, but they are covering up the kitties' faces. Let's mess around here. Ah, that looks pretty good. I don't think that's going to mess us up. So notice that's going to trim it down to just one line instead of, 3 lines of text. Bring it down to one line. They'll move a little faster that way too, which is kind of cool. And then I'll just come over here and click apply to all scenes, and we should be in good shape.
Their independence and sometimes aloof behavior. But did you know they can form very strong attachments to their human caregivers? Studies have shown that cats...
And that is looking pretty good. Now to get this out of Descript, I'm just going to hit publish, and then I'll click the publish button and let it do its thing. And then as soon as it's done and it says it's published, what that's doing is publishing it on Descript server. And that's one of the other things that I really do like about Descript is everything that you put in there, even you're bringing in your own stuff. I took these audio files from the downloads folder. If I end up clearing out my downloads and those files go away, doesn't matter, because Descript, when I imported them, puts them on their servers. So I'm not losing anything, and I don't have that issue that you have with a lot of video editors where it's looking for a very specific folder. And if you move your media or assets somewhere else, it gets all kinds of confused. It drives me nuts. You don't have that with Descript at all. And you do have two options here. You can either export or publish, and there's some distinction, but we're not going to get into all that. What I can tell you is that publishing through Descript is said to be about 10 times faster than exporting. I don't know if it's 10 times faster. It's definitely faster to go the publish route. So you publish the thing, that gets it up on their server. And then if you want the completed video, then you just click this download button. There we go. So let's have a look, see how it came out.
Cats have been companions to humans for thousands of years, yet they never cease to amaze us with their behaviors and abilities. Did you know that cats have a special skill when it comes to communication? Each cat develops a set of vocal signals that are unique and meant to communicate with their human friends. Whether it's a demand for food or a greeting when you walk through the door, your cat is essentially speaking a language designed just for you. But cats aren't just vocal geniuses. They're also equipped with incredible physical capabilities. A cat's whiskers are highly sensitive tools that are so finely tuned that they can detect the slightest changes in air currents, allowing cats to sense approaching dangers or prey. This is why cats can move so gracefully and avoid obstacles, even in complete darkness. Now let's delve into the fascinating world of cat psychology. Cats are known for their independence and sometimes aloof behavior, but did you know they can form very strong attachments to their human caregivers? Studies have shown that cats can develop separation anxiety, similar to dogs when away from their owners. They may not show their affection in the same way dogs do, but cats often follow their owners from room to room, sleep close to them, and exhibit stress when their routine with their human parent is disrupted. This bond highlights the deep emotional capacities of cats, proving they are much more than solitary creatures. They're loving, social animals deeply connected to those they care for.
So that's our faceless video. I mean, it has a lot of faces in it, but none of them are mine. It's all cat faces. They're a lot cuter than I am. So we talked about the audio, that the only thing we did really in this video, as far as audio is concerned, what your ears are going to get out of this, is the voiceover, the narration. We could do sound effects or we could do background music, and yeah, I could do that in Descript as well. Click where you want the sound to be. Let's say we wanted to put a sound effect when this scene changes, when it switches from one cat picture to another. We just click right there where the transition happens. We come up to Files, switch it over to Audio, and we'll say Sound Effects, Transition. We can just hit play to hear a little sample or click on the title. It'll drop it in there. And now the transition's in. I don't want a transition. I don't want that transition for sure, so I'm going to pull that out. If you want a background music, you do the same thing, very similar thing. Decide where you want it to be, and it can be just a scene specific, or you can float it across the whole thing. But you come to the Files, hit Audio, and then type in what you're looking for. You know, search for something. I'm going to say background. There's a lot to pick from. Again, I'm not doing background music in this one, so I'm going to just leave that alone. First, we started with a topic, and today we're lucky one popped into my head. We could also use vidIQ, which will give us plenty of topic and title and video ideas, or just go to ChatGPT and ask it very specifically what you want, and it'll give you plenty of topic ideas to keep you busy forever. We took that topic, and then we wanted a script, so we decided to let ChatGPT help us with that too. It wrote us a fine script, and hey, once ChatGPT or whatever AI writing assistant you're using produces a script, if that's the route you're going, please check that and make sure that it's accurate. And if you don't know the content that it's writing about, take 5 minutes and look it up. It's not that hard, but you know, don't be one of those people that puts out nonsense that's either not true or completely a hallucination of AI out there. We took it over to Notepad, we cleaned it up a little bit, and then we took our script and turned it into a voiceover. We could have done that by recording it ourselves. We could have hired out a voiceover artist, or we could use an AI voice generator. In this case, I used PlayHT as my AI voice generator. It did a fine job. We exported those files once they were generated, and we brought those into Descript, where we were able to add the stock media, the visuals, and in a couple of clips, we also added some pretty fancy looking captions. Now, you don't have to use Descript. You can use any video editor you want to marry your voiceover with whatever stock media you're going to be using. I like Descript because the stock media is already in there included. I don't have to go somewhere and search for it separately. And also the ability by being able to split it up into scenes and put those images and videos onto scenes. It's just super quick and easy. That's why I use that one. Could you do it in Power Director or Camtasia or CapCut or anything else? Absolutely. Yeah. If you want to cut out some of these steps, you can use a tool that'll take your topic and instructions, create the script, create the voiceover using an AI voice, find a bunch of stock media, be it video or images, and assemble the whole thing for you and spit it out. That would be Invideo AI, and I've talked about it in another video. The main caution I want to give you with that is don't expect, as some people have suggested, that you're going to type in your prompt, click go, and 2 minutes later, you're going to have the best video that ever appeared on YouTube without having to do any editing. Not happening. I'm sorry, it's just not happening. It generates the script, it generates the voiceover, it brings in a bunch of stock media, whether it be videos or images, and it puts them all in there. Now, chances are you're going to want to make changes. I hope you will. First of all, I hope you'll verify that everything in the script is accurate. And then the next thing you're probably going to want to do is maybe make some tweaks to the script, take out some of the extra fluff or whatever. More than likely, you're going to want to go look at the stock media, the video and images that it picked, and make some changes there. There's nothing more annoying to me than watching a video where what's being talked about has nothing to do with the images that are shown on screen. And I think I gave you an example before in another video of how I made a video with Invideo. Ooh, that's a lot of videos. But anyway, when it was talking about, I don't know, a tarantula or something, and it used clips of a killer whale. So I hope everybody, at least those that are watching this, are fixing that kind of thing and making decent videos. There are links to everything I use today in the description. Keep in mind, I am an affiliate. I may receive a small commission if you end up making a purchase after following my link. Don't feel like you have to. It's fine. And free stuff. Hey, try the free stuff before you ever buy anything. But hey, I do appreciate you following my link. Remember, I got all these kids to feed and they eat a lot. So thank you.